Okay, so the topic that I would like to talk about today is using the promotions for greater returns. So let's talk about how using licensing promotions for the greater returns for your clients, for the IP owner as well, right? So just a quick introduction. Pacific Licensing is we are the company that managing brand licensing that across Southeast Asia. So our HQ is based in Singapore, and then we have offices in KL, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and Taiwan as well. So these are the key brands that actually we are taking care of. Is Warner Brothers, DreamWorks, Cartoon Networks, FIFA World Cup, Rovio, Hurlingham Polo, Morphe, Doki Doki, and Bang on the Door in UK, from UK as well. These are the key brands. So I just do a quick snapshot who are these licensors that we represent. So the first one is the Warner Brothers. So we represent Warner Brothers on all the consumer products. So including like Batman, Superman, classic characters like Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and so on. So the other brands that we just picked up this year, which is Cartoon Networks. So on the Cartoon Network portfolio, we have like Ben 10, Powerpuff Girl, We Bare Bear, Adventure Times, and so on. Alright, so the next will be the Rovio is represent Angry Birds. So recently the movie is still ongoing. It has been a good movie. I think most of you have seen it. It's quite a fun movie as well. Alright, so we represent DreamWorks for the consumer products. Also, and hand in hand, and we work with the theoretical promotion side on the movie promo. Okay, so this is the next is Russia 2018. We are the official exclusive licensing agents for the Southeast Asia as well. Alright, Morphe is like from the Sony Creations. I represent this Morphe in Taiwan. Okay, so we have these UK brands. Bang on the Door is a designer brands that which is we represent some of the products like baby apparels and so on. Alright, the Doki Doki brands is like we represent them, and then they're like for the upmarkets kind of the designer brands. Okay, Hurlingham Polo is a very fashion brand that we just recently picked up. Alright, so in terms of category that I would like to touch on about using the promotion. So there are a few categories for promotion. The first will be a theoretical tie-in. What is theoretical tie-in? Means like it's a promo for the movie. So it's like the other one is like tie up with the premium. So how does this premium come along? And then on-pack promotions, okay, sponsorships. How does this sponsorship come along during the using the IP as a promotions, more event, retail royalty program. So I wouldn't go into explain this. I just use a case study what we have done and to cover what all these promotion category is about. So I hope that will be more meaningful. Alright, so I just use a case study recently that we have just done. So this is one of the promotions that we tied it with Batman vs Superman. So IHB is a client that tied in with us. So what they did is they give away whoever the credit card user that sign up the credit card. So they create this. They work with the premium supplier to come up like a very cool luggage bag. So this is one of their promo mechanics. So in terms of what they are getting, so it's like the prominent eye-catching movie key art to attract the eyeballs. So normally people will pay more attention to the movie key arts, movie poster for during the movie periods. So for the banks, their benefit is that they gain more eyeballs, because for the normal bank is like people already get bored of it. It's like the RHB bank is a normal bank, so people won't pay attention to it. But when you tie up with a movie, so people will say, wow, it's Batman vs Superman. So it's a big logo there. So they will tend to pay more attention to the mechanic. Alright, so there's some of the good media values that they're writing on from the movie. So it's like they have a lot of Facebook posting, and then people catch the eyeball, people will click on it and then to know what's happening. So during the launch in Pavilion, so they Instagram it, talk about it. So people will straight away relate, wow, it's a cool event, something that they can relate on. So this we call it as a sponsorship come all along to it. So this is some of the products that have been done. So it's quite a cool product. It's a Batman vs Superman limited edition luggage bag. So some of the premium tied up. So that's how they use premium to attract people to sign up their credit card. So that's what we call using premium as a promotions. Alright, so this is the sponsorship event that they tie in together. So just I talk about the sponsorship. So during the event, we are the one that organize the whole thing, but but IHB, they set up the booth there. So they come in with the sponsorship money to help us on the setup, to bring in all these limited editions of figurines, bring in the one of the life-size replica Batmobile. So that will create a very wow effect, which is like they also create one of the videos and then like to promote their brand. Excuse me, can I have the video please? So that just to showcase. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, this is the video they create during our event in Pavilion recently. Okay, thanks a lot for the video. So this is just a very short clip. It's like for the IHB, they write on our event, they use it as a promo. So that gives them a very great return. So with the investment, they're just paying for the royalty premium, but they can enjoy the riding on the movies, wave and all these things, so that like they can enjoy all these benefits like riding on the movie, right? So this is one of the great events that like we are talking about using the promotions as for the great return for the client. So in terms of they can tie in with the movies and then come in the sponsorship and then they can create premiums. So these are the three key things that like they use to drive their promotions. All right. So the next that like I would like to talk about is the retail royalty program, which is like we done through our partners. It's like if you guys has been to last 2 days talk, there's one of the speaker exclusive promotions. They are the one that help us to push together to at Tesco. So this is like how the royalty program about. It's like you need to collect X stamps, then you spend, you collect the stamps, and then you can buy the exclusive merchandise for Kung Fu Panda. So which is this also give a very great eyeballs for Tesco, so that when you dress up, it's really, you see the whole store full of panda. So it's a very eye-catching. It's like people talk about it, and then like the customers are happy because they do able to collect all the limited figurines from the movie. All right, so this is part of the in-store display. So as you can see, the product has been displayed nicely. All the point of sale material that like has been like features with the characters. So that will give a lot of different perspective to the client. All right, so this is some of the collections that like in-store display. All right, so you see the customers are really happy, and then they got the products because it's a blind pack, so they can't choose what is the character inside. So they have to collect all the ink stamp, which is for in terms of the Tesco, in terms of the retailer, they are more happy. People really royalty to spend the money and then like to collect all their items. So we are using all these IP characters, the movie character as one of the key promotions. So that will give them a very successful tie-up. All right. So in terms of the media catching the eyeball, so you see their website is full using Kung Fu Panda, so they can enjoy using all the characters artwork for their websites to promote the program. All right. So this is their Facebook. So when they post it up, people are, wow, what is this about? So it's Kung Fu Panda. So people will tend to pay more attention to it. All right. So this is some of the cute images and all these things. They try to attract the customers, because always it's not easy to attract customers. And when you are in the Facebook, there are so many posters and from all over the items, right? Okay, so this is some of the videos. It's like the promotion clip that they click on. So maybe can you help me to play on the video? Yes.
Good time, bad time. Time is an illusion. There is only the now.
Introducing Bullet Gang Collection at Tesco. Spend 50 ringgit to get one sticker. Collect 8 stickers for even free figurine puzzle at 3.90, or a college age mug at 9.90, or a backpack at 26.90.
us a good time?
Hurry, grab them all now. Only at Desco.
Panda 3.
Alright, so when they're using the movie character to writing on it, so it gives them a lot of the eyeballs and then help them to promote the whole program. So it benefits back to what the licensor wants all the branding is about as well. So the branding has been achieved all over the place, and then like the media value is good, and then the client's happy. So we are create a win-win situation using a licensing character. So for promotion wise, that's how we use it, all these elements to create greater promotions. So I hope these are the good case study that I'm able to share with you guys. So hopefully that you guys gain something from what I have shared today. So basically it's like a summary using a promotion. So leverage on the popularity of the licensed character. So when during the movie all the character has been like all this while has been like famous, for example Superman, so everybody knows Superman, everybody knows Batman. So using that as a key talking point. So from time to time the licensor will have the updates. So for example, this year is a 75th year of Wonder Woman, next year will be a Wonder Woman movie, and so on. So that will be the talking point that like people want to use it as a promotion. Alright, of course the media value is always the one thing that like they want to writing on. So they can give you a better media value, strong eyeballs, right? So that like when you talk to some gaining some more event space or the retailer space and all this, always very easy when you have them tied up together with the IP character. So of course it's increase of sales, like I just now mentioned, it's like the retail royalty program. Of course it's like win-win, then like they capture all the audience, and then like meanwhile they can do increase their sales. Of course the last one will be the marketing mileage. So the marketing mileage is great when we are using the licensed character as a promotion. So there are a lot of three ways that like a lot of ways that like we can use the marketing to do like 360 marketing using the licensed character. So that's all for my sharing. So hopefully you guys have gained something. So probably if you would like to know more, so you can log on to our website, or we can have a Q&A sessions right now. Okay.
Okay, do we have any questions from the floor for Keith? Any questions? Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Are there any difficulties you face in just securing partnerships for, say, a film like Batman vs Superman and a brand like RHB coming in? What's the process of that working? How does it work? Do you have to go back to the client, in this case Warner Brothers or Legendary Pictures,
Yes.
and then get the approval? How long does that process take?
Okay, the process is normally it takes about 1 to 2 months in terms of negotiation. It's not easy to convince somebody. So of course it's not only the one bank that they are fighting for this movie. Of course like we have some other banks that are also fighting for this movie. So we need to present, for example RHB, what are their commitment for the media, so that they're able to achieve. So we need to use that to present back to Warner Brothers. So this is the bank that, or why we choose this bank. Okay. The second thing also is like, what are the values that they bring on? Are they doing any premiums? Right? Are they doing any PR campaign? So when during the event, are they coming in as a sponsorship? So all these need to take into considerations as when the movie partner they want to select, this is the right partner to work with. But of course, that also a win-win situation. Whether the client like RHB Bank, they want the brand in the first place. So we have to present to them what are the upcoming, what are the value they are getting from using the Batman Superman. So what are the benefits and all these things. So we have all these things in plan. So that's how we can able to close the deal with them.
Okay.
Right?
Any other? Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Yi. So I have a question regarding the event that you set for the RHB Bank in Pavilion.
Yes.
So because your title mentioned that it's a promotion for greater returns.
Yes.
So how does it actually, if I'm the licensor of the Batman and Superman, so what are the benefits for me, like what kind of return that I can get from this event besides getting exposure and awareness of the existing character, the two characters, Batman and Superman? Can you explain a little bit more on that?
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So thanks for your question. So I think it's come with two perspectives. It's one from the licensor. From the licensor perspective, is that you give them really, because it's a movie, you need to promote the movie. So that's why it's like they find the right mall to tie up and all these things. They need to entice with the fans. So we need to do all these events to entice the fans. So how to do all these things? So we need to bring in a life-size Batmobile and all the setup. All these things come with money. So where does the money come from? So of course, partly Warner Brothers will pay for a certain percent of it. The mall will pay for it. But of course, the licensee like IHB, they will come in to become part of the partner as well to pay for a certain fees on all these things. So that's how it make the events more greater. So from there, we can shout about the greater media value. But of course, for the licensee like IHB Bank, they are able to do sales at the prime locations. Because if normal days, if they go to any shopping mall, they have to pay for the rentals, and then like they don't get a full team and all these things to support. So right now it's like with us during the movie times that like this is a full teaming that like we are creating out of them, the ambience and all these things, the crowd puller. So that's how we bring the greater returns to all the parties with the malls, with the licensor or with the licensee. I hope answer your questions. All right.
Just another quick one on my side, sorry. In terms of films nowadays, obviously there's a lot of product placement. It could be a TV show, could be anything really. What about that? How aware are you of those things which might appear in a film before you can proceed to involve clients in Malaysia for the promotion of a film? So there's no conflict of interest, basically.
Alright, so what do you mean is like...
How aware are you in advance of any pre-existing deals which the film themselves might already have a tie-in with?
Alright, so normally we will have the studios, like for example, take example for Warner Brothers, they have lined up all the movies from right now until 2020. So normally we will pitch the client within like a year or 9 months before, so to tell them this is the movie upcoming. Of course, for us as a licensing agents, and then like we will do a trade show and then to invite all these partners to come in to see some of the sneak preview of this movie, how does this work and all these things, so we give them confidence that like this is going to be a great movie. So of course they won't see the whole movie and we also won't get the gist of the whole movie, but we will share with them some of the confidentially material that like they will never ever see from the public. So that's how to entice the partners who come in to join in for the film promotions, right?
Yeah, and just out of interest, I mean, do you have a target of how many partners you want for a big tentpole film? Batman vs Superman was one of the biggest films of the year. Do you have your own targets yourself? I mean, how many can you actually have?
Alright, so of course we do have our target, but we will limit by category. So each of the category we only want to work with one partners. So for example, bank, I won't work with two banks. So we would want to like food, what kind of the food category that we want to go in. And also it depends on the age group for the film. So let's say the Batman vs Superman is more skewed towards to adults. So we may not target the category for kids. So we are more skewed towards for the adults products. So that is the category. We of course we have the targets to meet everyone, to meet every prospect that we can, and also that like to work together with the movie partners together to drive out the campaign. All right?
Okay, do we have any more questions from the floor? Yes, the microphone's just behind you.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm YP from Media Prima. Just like to drop two questions. Okay. The first one, because the two examples that we see are both from movies,
Yep.
Kung Fu Panda and Batman vs Superman. Is there any other example other than movies that you can tell us? And then the second question, again, both because rely on the movie in terms of duration is pretty short.
Yep.
So at the quick bus, the movie is over. Any other long-term project that you actually work on? Thank you.
All right, thanks. Of course, I just showed some of the movie example. Of course, we do have like a small screen TV, for example. Is there like I just say Ben 10 is a Cartoon Network. It's all year long kind of the cartoons for kids. So some of the clients they don't want the promotions to be up and down for so fast because the movie you need to catch the timeline and all these things. So some of the clients, for example, for Cultured Milk, for all these Vitagens or Solivite and all these things, they always love all these evergreen classic kind of cartoon because they don't have to tie in with the windows because some of the clients they have their own windows to fit in. So let's say Batman vs Superman in March, but they say my Windows promo is in June. So what else that I can do? But I can't tie in with the movie. So why don't I leverage on some of the all evergreen that like cartoons is on the TV, so they can like enjoy the all year long. Of course, for all these clients they can do to shout out what are the mechanics, what are the premiums they're giving about, what are the marketing that they want to shout out. They can work together with the TV stations or the cartoon shows to have some of the exposure. So that's how it works as well, right?
Are there any more questions from the floor? Okay, I just have one final question, more for the creative element. So supposing a client comes to you and they want to tie up with a movie or TV show, what about the creative aspect of how they're going to do that? I mean, obviously premiums will always be a go-to idea because it's almost standardized, but in terms of breaking the concept of what a normal idea is and taking it to the next level that could even go viral on Facebook or Instagram, how is that as a process for your company? Do you hire creative consultants for this? Are you directly involved with this? How does it work?
All right, good questions. For our side, it's like normally we don't involve of the creative of the movies or the cartoon series, but of course it's like all this will the drive come from the studio itself. So the studio will work with, for example, they want to work with breakfast cereal. So they will, before they start the movie, they already in talk with breakfast cereal. I want to insert this as a part of the scenes in the movie. So they will have a deal with the breakfast movie, say for example Nestle. So this is like how much they're willing to pay for me. So they will have all these deals come in place. But for our part of the other worlds is like we can't really like drive this the insertion of the advertisement and all these things. But we are more using leverage on the promotions because the fees to pay to insert on the movie on the small screen is going to be expensive. So I think for our market is like more leveraging on all these hype use it as a promotions.
Okay.
All right.
Just going to open the floor one more time for any questions. Does anybody have anything? If not, Keith, thank you very much for taking the time to come here today. Thank you very much for